Hello there. In this video, we will be looking at AWS CloudFormation. CloudFormation is very powerful tool. With AWS CloudFormation, you can skip the process of doing stuff manually, like selecting an EC2 and attaching EBS and all that stuff. AWS CloudFormation is a service that helps you model and set up your AWS resources so that you can spend less time managing those resources and more time focusing on your application that run in AWS. You create a template that describes all the AWS resources that you want, and AWS CloudFormation takes care of provisioning and configuring those resources for you. You don't need to individually create and configure AWS resources and figure out what's depend on what. AWS CloudFormation handles all of that. There are no additional charges for AWS CloudFormation. You pay only for AWS resources created using AWS CloudFormation. CloudFormation is infrastructure as code. There is an Azure equivalent called template. It offers sample templates that are on GitHub. GCP has its equivalent called Cloud Deployment Manager. For schema, all three are using JSON. If you are using YAML, then AWS will convert that to JSON. Templates can be used from S3 as well as from your local machine. If you are having bigger project like deploying your application that has many resources in use, this can be designed in Designer, which is provided in AWS CloudFormation. Let's understand this by a simple example. We are going to create an instance using CloudFormation. Before that, let's have a look on template anatomy. AWS template format version. It is specified by AWS to use 2010-09-09 is currently the only valid value. It identifies the capability of the template. Then comes the description of the template. The value for the description declaration that must be a literal string that is between 0 to 1024 bytes in length. Metadata. Additional information of template. You can use this section to include arbitrary JSON or YAML objects that provide details about the template. Parameters. Values that need to be passed to the template while creation or updation. It enables you to input custom values to your template each time you create or update the state. Mapping. These are the keys that are associated with parameters. Conditions. These are self-explanatory. Transform. This action specifies one or more macros that AWS CloudFormation uses to process your template. The transform section builds a simple declarative language of AWS CloudFormation with a powerful macro system. In simpler terms, this section is used for AWS serverless application. Resources. These are required and it includes EC2, S3, etc. And last, outputs. These are optional. With this information, let's create a template that creates an instance in AWS. I will be creating template in YAML, so there are fewer chances of making syntax errors. First comes template format version, then resources. We want to create an EC2 instance, so type AWS EC2 instance. This will have some properties like instance type that will be T2 micro. Image ID will be this. You can get this from AWS instance launch page. Key name, which is private key you make for login into your account. Then comes security group. This is my ID, and last comes subnet ID. Now go to AWS console and search CloudFormation. CloudFormation console will open. Click on create stake and template is ready. Then upload your template and enter stake name. Create a stake. You will see the EC2 instance being made in the background for you. Now if you delete stake, it will automatically delete the instance. Now this is very basic example. You won't be dealing with only making an instance in AWS. Also, it won't be 2 or 3 instances that are connected and application is running on it. There will be a whole system of resources that are connected and makes a robust platform for application to run seamlessly. So here comes the designer into the picture. Let's take another example. Suppose you are a person that helps clients to design robust system for their application. Your client has an application that does text recognition from images. Now let's discuss some system design here. User sends a request to your application. It will process and some unique information will be stored in database and S3 for the improvement of the algorithm. Other information will be stored in another database like login info, user info, etc. You need this to be scaled, so you don't need to wake up at night to add another server. Taking notes from this, we found that there is first EC2, which takes user request and data is sent to database. Second, database server, user data will be stored here. Third, S3, for the storage of algorithm and some snapshot of EC2. Fourth, load balancer, to balance load evenly across multiple instances. Fifth, autoscaling group, which scales up and down as per the number of users. Sixth, VPC, subnet and security group, which will provide all the information where the new instance will be formed. Let us create the stake in AWS CloudFormation. Steps will be: go to AWS console, search for CloudFormation. Now you are on CloudFormation console page. Click on create a stake. Then click on create template and designer. Select the required resources and connect them accordingly. Save if you want to. Click on create stake. That's it. The whole system will be formed in the background. This was a simple example of how to use CloudFormation. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, put them in comments.